Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Marjana, and today I'm going to be reading books that I'm not sure about. Basically just trying out books to see if I want to read them or not. I did one episode before that, and I don't think that I posted it, but it was quite successful. I read I think 3 or 4 books out of 6 or 7. So now I've just decided, you know what, I lost the footage. I'm just gonna start over. I have a better system in place. I have books written in numbers, and I'm going to do random number generator. I'm going to choose 4 books per video, and we will just see if I like them or not. In the end, I would like to read at least, let's say, 3 books, and I will just keep on reading until I get to 3 books finished. I have 42 books on my list. And the first number is gonna be 31. Number 31 on the list is The Darkness Within Us by Trisha Levenseller. Again, I'm not really too sure about this book. I like The Shadows Between Us, but I'm not sure if I want to continue the series because I think it was like a 4 or 3.5 star read, but I will give it a chance. That's the entire point of this video, for me to tackle these books that I'm not sure about. Second number is 8. Number 8, we have Nevernight. I don't have it in physical, so okay, I'll give it a chance. I'll maybe read it in ebook, so this one might take a while. Third number, 14. Number 14, we have If We Ever Meet Again by Anna Huang. And 4. And number 4 is A Darker Shade of Magic. Now, you know, my hesitation with these books, I want to read none of them. Well, I'm not sure I want to read them, but I know that without this video, I will never pick them up, and there will always be a question in my head, should I have read them or not? And I could, like the previous time that I filmed this video, I had so many success stories, even though the books I did not want to read. So maybe I will find a 5-star read, maybe I will find a book that I absolutely love, a new favorite, or maybe I'll just give them a pass and then just choose another random number generator until I get to at least 3 or 2, let's say 2 books finished for the video. Hi everybody, Happy New Year. What a fantastic way to start the video than to start reading on the first day of 2026, of the new year. So, welcome to the first episode, which is technically the second, but I lost the footage for the first. And I am already bringing you news. Technically, it's not news, it's just me being stupid. I was supposed to read The Darker Shade of Magic, but it turns out that I've DNF'd it the previous episode, and I forgot to update my bullet journal. So instead, what I'm going to be reading is Loud by Drew Afualo. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. The queen from TikTok herself. And I think I want to read The Shadows Between Us before I read The Darkness Within Us. Let's get started, shall we? I don't know which one of the books I'm going to be reading, but when I figure it out, I started reading Loud by Drew Afualo, and I am loving it. I am magically like 60% done with the book. I wanted to check in multiple times, but I was so engrossed in this book that I just could not put it down, and I think it's gonna be a 5-star read for me. It inspires me so much, it gives me so much to think about, and I'm taken aback because I didn't expect it. I expected like a humor book, like jokes here and there, but my god, the way this book is written, Goodreads Choice Awards deserved, my goodness. If you haven't picked this book up, I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about, but I just love the way it is written. I just love the audiobook as well, because I feel like it really does, I don't know, just get the tone of the book right. Hearing it from her own words, women are fucking badass. Well, this is embarrassing. Yesterday evening, I started The Shadows Between Us by Trisha Levenseller because I couldn't decide what book to read next out of my entire January TBR. And so I let Spin the Wheel choose my next read as a normal, sane human being, you know, who cannot make any decisions on her own. Anyway, Shadows Between Us was the book that was picked, and it is the perfect opportunity because I am reading The Darkness Within Us for this video to kind of go back and reread this book. Now, the first time I read this book was maybe in 2020, and I rated it 3 stars. This time, I don't know why, in my head I've always thought it was a 4-star read, it was decent. Maybe I rated it wrong on Goodreads, or I don't know. Either way, it was a 4-star read up until maybe the ending. I would say it's a 3.75, 3.5, but because I'm feeling generous, I'm gonna rate it high and I'm gonna give it a 4-star rating. So I read this way before it became a duology called The Stathos Sisters. The first book follows Alessandra, the second-born daughter of of a nobleman whose estate is going bankrupt. So she is very empowering her own sexuality, takes lovers even though she's not supposed to, is constantly compared to her sister, so she's a bit rebellious. But one day her family goes to this, well, her and her dad go to this ball hosted by the king, well, after his parents' assassination. So he is technically a prince that is a king now, looking for a wife. And because she has taken frequent lovers, she knows exactly how to manipulate them. So her mission is to catch the eye of the prince or the king, get him to marry her, and then poison him and take his kingdom for herself. This in total was a really fun read. There is a bit of a conflict because the king actually makes it known that she's beautiful but not beautiful enough to tempt him, because he doesn't want a wife. He just wants to figure out who killed his parents. And he has this power to call on the shadows, but only when he's around people who haven't touched him. So the entire kingdom is not allowed to touch him. If, let's say, Alessandra touched him, he wouldn't be able to call on the shadows and protect himself when she's around. So anybody that touches him makes him vulnerable. All the king proposes is them to be friends and kind of uncover this plot together and pretend to be courting because he wants to appease his council without actually getting married. Yeah, Alessandra is now basically pretending to be courted by the prince, the king, and still trying to get his kingdom. Now, since I had the pleasure of rereading this, I need to now read The Darkness Within Us for this video. Hi there, it's me again. So it turns out that The Darkness Within Us is not the only book on my January TBR that I should read for this video. On my January TBR, I got a prompt about a pregnancy trope, and I was about to read My Grumpy Billionaire because, again, spin the wheel kind of decided that's my next book to read. So I was going through my bullet journal and I realized, oh my god, this book is in my bullet journal for this video. So I guess we're reading My Grumpy Billionaire for this video too. We are following our main girl, I don't know what her name is, who kind of had a one-night stand after thinking she cannot get pregnant, and the book opens up with her being at a doctor's appointment. Her doctor telling her that she's pregnant with triplets. Surprise! She is just freshly divorced, and so when a one-night stand leads to a pregnancy, she now has to tell this person, after telling him that she can't get pregnant, that she actually is pregnant. So it is just a contemporary romance that should be fun to read, no brain power required. I'm 15 minutes into the audiobook because I don't actually have the book in ebook or physical. So this one I'm purely reading in audio form. So I finished My Grumpy Billionaire. At the beginning, maybe like 20%, I wanted to DNF it and just put it down because the start was a bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. It's a sweet story. There was something missing. Something. I just don't know what. Maybe it's just that I'm missing true enemies to lovers, because at the beginning you had bits of these tropes, like pregnancy trope. You had enemies to lovers, fake dating, but none of them were fully realized. They were just halfway done. The enemies weren't actually enemies. The pregnancy trope was actually just like later on in the book, even though it opens up with the book, but then you get this is present, but then you get the past, and then most of the book is the past until you reach the present. And then you also have the fake dating, which wasn't really faking it. It was just not telling anybody else that the rumors are actually false. I think in total, I will rate it 3 stars. It wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Yesterday, I decided to randomly pick up If We Ever Meet Again, and it was a DNF because I don't really like second chance romances. I think this is a second chance based on what I got out of the prologue. And then the chapter 1, I wasn't really that into. And sometimes you just know when you're not really into a book. Contemporary romances, it takes a lot of specific tropes to get me to finish it. I love contemporary romances, don't get me wrong. I really do like them, but I like them to be particular. So this is not for me. So this is like, I think I have, oh my god, my first DNF in this video. Wow. My low priority TBR is going the opposite way. It's going, I DNF'd all of the books and haven't finished a single one yet. Because I'm filming simultaneously multiple videos at once. And I'm just happy that this video, my not sure video, is going quite well compared to the one where I was actually excited to read books, you know? Oh my god, I have to pick up Nevernight at some point. And The Darkness Within Us, that's also left. I tried yesterday The Darkness Within Us. After reading The Shadows Between Us, I've decided I'm not going to finish The Darkness Within Us. While reading maybe like 3% of it, where we get to the main plot twist, I don't necessarily think I need to read the sequel. I don't like the main character. I don't like the comparison, her comparison to Alessandra, the main character from book 1. And I know this is all just a part of the story, that they are both competitive, unlikable. I still feel like Alessandra is more likable than whatever her name is. I don't feel like I need to read this book. And the only book that I have left to read is Nevernight. See you when I pick it up. I don't think it will be anytime soon. And just for reference, it is January 16th. I have just wanted to come on here just to say that I am not reading Nevernight. Oh my god, this coffee is so good. Now, the reason behind me not reading it is I've started, don't get me wrong. I've read like 4% of it. I really don't like the writing style. And that is normal for me when it comes to male authors. I just cannot get behind a male author. Maybe in the future I will be eating those words. But for now, where I am right now, I just really don't like reading from male authors. And I do not like the writing style. I don't like the way they write women. I'm not too interested in it. Of course, there are some exceptions when it comes to male authors. For example, Andy Weir, absolute exception. I love Rick Riordan, amazing. But Nevernight is just not for me. And you know what? I'm fine with that. My sister wanted me to read that book. My friend wanted me to read that book. It's not for me. Now, here's a fun fact about what's going on in my life. You may see boxes in the background. You may see just like shelves, whatever, like major mess. I am currently in the process of moving, or actually organizing for a move. My room for a little bit is gonna be, well, deconstructed, let's say. My god, this coffee is good. I can't stop drinking it. So in all, I read 3 books and I passed on 3, which is decent. I had a 50% success rate. For a not sure video about the books that I don't want to read, it's really not that bad. I don't know what the next episode will be, and I'm a bit excited. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you read these books, any of them, let me know what you thought. If you read all of them, what is your success rate? I'll see you next time. Bye.